What is up, Finesse family? Hopefully everybody is having a great day today. Hopefully your work week is going well today. Today we're going to get into it, guys. We're going to tap into this what's going on with this RICO charge about one of the artists and young rappers that a lot of, I'm pretty sure your kids know, maybe I'm pretty sure you know, Young Thug and Gunna. And we're going to discuss that. Very interesting to me because I can tap into my criminal justice background with this too, and the psychology side of it. So once again, if you are new to the channel, hola to you, bonjour. Hopefully you're having a good day. Hopefully everybody is well. Let's make sure that you guys can hear me well. And once again, I am Mrs. B Finesse of millennialfinessemindset.com. And here I focus on using my background in my psychology and criminal justice, and I educate and teach you guys on how to focus on a mindful mindset. So mindful mindset is basically you are aware of others, you get understanding to why they do what they do. You might not agree, but you're getting understanding. And then the finesse mindset. So finesse mindset, what that means is faithfully innovate, to inspire, to be naturally effective, and to seek success every day. All right, so once again, we're called the Finesse family here. And if you are new, welcome to you. Once again, as always, I always like to give a shout out to the Finesse family for everything you guys do. Thank you for all the super chats, the cash apps, buy me coffees, everybody that joined or considered to join the membership. Thank you guys for that so much. And also the new thing, guys, they have is called super thanks. So on videos and after streams are done, if you want to go into comment, please comment anyways. But you can, I guess it's kind of the same thing as a super chat. You can give super thanks and your comments will be highlighted at the top. So that's another new thing that you guys offer. So once again, guys, we're going to get into what the RICO charge is, what this is looking like for him. These are very, very serious charges. So we're going to discuss it and talk about it. But the biggest thing I definitely want to focus on is what this looks like as far as society, our youth, our children, how, once again, you can get caught up just being guilty by association. So we're going to break all that down, guys. And hopefully, once again, guys, you'll get a little bit of understanding after we finish this stream, talking about what these charges are, what's going down, who's getting indicted, why, and just break down that criminal justice side of it. Then focus on psychologically what is going on. Why are people even in the midst of this, right? So once again, you guys, make sure that you hit the like button already. Make sure you're sharing the content. Sharing is caring. And we'll get started. All right, guys, let me get this up so you guys can see what's going on. So if you didn't know what's going on in the news, you might need to talk to young adults, children around you, even some of you guys, you know what's going on, right? So the big thing that is going is this Young Thug and Gunna. And basically, they're getting charged with the RICO Act. All right. So if you didn't know what that is, let me start off explaining to you guys exactly what that is first, so you have an understanding of really what that is, why it's happening. All right. So, all right. What the RICO charge is it is racketeering, racketeer influenced, and corrupt organization. Right. So it's an acronym. And the RICO law is used for, it started as a federal law and it focused on like people in the mafia, focused on them committing different crimes and a way to charge them. And then what happened after that, guys, is states adopted similar laws. So at first this was a federal law. The RICO law is a federal law. And then slowly but surely, with all the crime going on in different states, many states adopted the law and enacted it for themselves, right? So Georgia has its own state RICO law, right? And basically it's focused on organized crime, right? Racketeering, anything dealing with the consumption of you using crime to get ahead, to profit, things of that nature, right? And the only burden of proof is you have to prove the group or gang or affiliation is committing a pattern of crimes, right? So once again, it started federally. The RICO is and it was focused on the mafia at first, right? And then the states adopted similar laws. And then after that, it was focused on organized crime. And particularly for the RICO Act, you have to be able to prove that the group is committing a pattern of crimes, right? So you have to prove that they are committing a pattern of crimes. All right. So let's get into this. I don't even think I get back and turn the volume on that, so I'm gonna have to go back and do that. All right, guys. So once again, what is the RICO charge specifically? It is a crime for any person through a pattern of racketeering activity to acquire or maintain any interest in or control of any type of property or business under the Georgia RICO law. All right. So that's what that is specifically for the Georgia law. So let's kind of break that down. And then if you want to know what is racketeering, it says there's different types of racketeering. They always link it mainly, especially back in the day, to the mafia. They're linked to the people that racketeer because they have all these businesses set up, allegedly. All right, so it's bribery is a common form of racketeering. They say drug trafficking is a common form of racketeering, and kidnap is a common form of racketeering. All right, so let's get into what is going on here, right? So basically, this young thug, he's an artist, and then this other artist called Gunna, they're in this indictment, right? So it says on Monday, May 9th, young thug was taken into custody after his home was raided by officials. Police took him into Fulton County Jail, where he was charged with conspiracy, violate the Racketeer, Influence, and Corrupt Organization Act. That's RICO Act, right? It says young thug is among the individuals listed in a 56 count indictment, right? So 56 counts, right? This whole conglomerate is getting indicted with. And this was filed on the 9th, right? And it says the indictment also names Young Stoner Life Records rappers. So it also use the acronym YS. That's the name of allegedly Slim Thug's group of people, artists, right? And this other artist, his name is Gunna. He's part of that, right? Hey Simc, hopefully you're having a day. He says salute Mrs. Defense and the chat. So once again, if you're just coming in, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you also are sharing. Sharing is caring, as my daughter says. I'm going to break this down to you guys and kind of educate you on what this RICO law is and how it's being used, why it's being used. And then again, we got to look at this in perspective, guys. This is our generation of youth. And they're looking at these people and they're thinking this stuff is cool, this is fun, and this transcends throughout generations. You always see the person in the street, especially if you're from like I don't know, I guess you could say low income area, you didn't have a lot, and you see those people that are flashy, they have the money, they have the cars, women, whatever. And people always the youth aspires to see that because it's quick and fast. And we really need to talk about this, guys, because once I break this stuff down, the RICO charge, what it looks like, what he could get it, what he's getting indicted for, who this spans to, and just even the conspiracy theories about this. I know there was one little piece that talked about there is a rapper, I believe he's white, and people were wondering why was he not on the indictment of, I believe there's over 20 different rappers and artists on the indictment. We're gonna look at that, right? So let's kind of break this down. All right, it says on May 10th, a press conference was held in Fulton County, in which members of the district attorney's office in the Fulton County Sheriff's Department listed the charges against Young Thug, Gunna, and associates. They said it does not matter what your So this was the district attorney. She says it does not matter what your notoriety is or what your fame is. If you come to Fulton County, Georgia, you commit crimes, and certainly if these crimes are in furtherance of street gangs, you're going to become a target and a focus of the district attorney's office, and we are going to prosecute you to the fullest extent, says the district attorney, Fannie Willis. Now, what's important about this is people don't understand this about how criminal justice works and law works. And I would tell my students this all the time, especially those that continue to get in trouble. I let them know, guys, listen, number one, you need to stop getting in trouble. But when, especially even in school, when the deans or the police or anybody is looking at you, they're building a case. So even if you did something and you got away with it, don't think you really got away with it, because the whole premise and purpose of convicting somebody is you need to have built a case. You need to have concrete, solid evidence above preponderance of evidence, which means that it has to look and it has to be something that is concrete, at least 50% or more, right? It is imperative that you have the evidence. So even let's say you do something in school, they might not get you the first time. What they're going to do, because they know you're going to keep doing it because you got away with it, they're going to let you keep doing it. They're going to get pictures. They're going to do all these other things to get a whole, build a case together. And then when, trust me, they got all the evidence already. They have everything they need on you. But once again, they want to see if you're going to admit to what you did anyways first before they throw the book at you, as they say, right? Let's see. Hey, Trady, hopefully you're having a great day. They said Young Thug, not Slim Thug, the other Thug. Did I say Slim Thug? I hope I didn't. Once again, guys, make sure you hit the like button on the way in. So anyways, if I did say, it's Young Thug, all right? So there's a picture of him up. You guys see his picture. All right, so let's break this down. Once again, if you did not know, break down what the RICO law is, because some of you might not know what that is. So basically, the RICO charge, right? So this starts federal. This is a federal charge. And then once again, like I told you earlier, the states adapted this. So it is a crime for any person through a pattern of racketeering activity to acquire or maintain any interest in control or any type of property or business under the Georgia RICO law, right? All right, so let's break this down specifically for Young Thug. And you know, guys, the crazy thing about this too is, let me bring that up so you can see it. The crazy thing about this is, we look at, make sure, okay. Put a 1 in chat. I want to make sure you guys can hear me well. But the crazy thing about this, especially with Young Thug, is that he actually, I believe, was a good kid in high school as far as his grades and stuff. So it's always those people, it seems like, gets involved in these. And even let's say Young Thug didn't do anything, he's still going to be guilty by association because of all the people that he's around. And allegedly, they said, going back, one of the charges was he had rented the car that was in a situation where somebody got deleted, right? So that's one reason they called him in, but we're going to get to that. Let's it says RICO charges are very serious. If you didn't know, they're very serious, and details are still unfolding. So it says, after reading the 88-page indictment, reference and news reports, we're going to break down. I'm going to break this down to you guys, like what was going on, right? So basically, what happened. And if you haven't seen it, all over, those of you that are on TikTok and Instagram and all those things, they have their clips of what was going on in the news, right? So it says on Monday, Young Thug was arrested at his home in Atlanta. He was booked into the Fulton County Jail and charged with conspiracy to violate the RICO Act, right? Who is named in the indictment? If you didn't know, this is who's named. There's been 28 people. Yeah, that's what I told you. I know it was over 20. There's 28 people named in the 56 count indictment. And it says among the names of alleged young slime life members, once again, the acronym they use is Y. It says Young Thug, and he was born Jeffery Lamar Williams, right? So that's and Gunna, whose real name is Kitchens. The indictment also named several rappers, including YSL Duke, and his name is Martinez Arnold, Yachty, Diamante Kendrick, and Unfunk Octavius Grenier. I hope I slotted their names too bad. All right, so now we want to know what are they being indicted for, right? So the 56 charges were on conspiracy to violate the RICO, deletion, and deleting people. You guys know what that means. We don't want to mess with the algorithm with our wording. Deletion, armed robbery, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, possession of a fire, theft, violation of the Georgia. What else? Let's see. Anticipation in street gang activity, right? Conspiracy charges, they stem from incidents that occurred back in 2013. So listen, guys, this was a case they had built over 10 years. I believe this initially started in 2012, and they've been building this cases, right? So this isn't anything that just happened over the past year. This has been built over almost 10 years, right? So it's between January 2013 and 2022. It's an allegation that they operated as a criminal street gang and commits to do havoc in our community. This is what the attorney said, D.A. Willis, during a press conference. She said that happens crimes of violence, crimes of theft, and crimes involving drugs. So basically, they're alleging that this whole group and conglomerate of this group, team, family, I don't know, artist members that has in his group, they've been gang number one, and also they've been committing having community by having deadly weapons, firearms. They've been have theft, violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act, which is contraband, and they've had armed robbery and aggravated assaults going on. It's crazy, guys. Let me see if I can get the video of the DA up for you guys to see. Let's see if I can. All right, we'll find one. Let me go over what's going on, right? All right. So what is Gunna, other person being? Okay, so what is he being accused of? What's up, guys? Give me a second. Right. So he is charged with one count of conspiring to violate the RICO Act. He was listed in 5 counts for indictment. So the other person, Gunna, so if you look, let me see if I can get Gunna up. He's charged with 5 counts. I gotta get a picture of him so you guys can see him. All right. 5 counts, including being accused of committing felony offense, possession of methamphetamines, marijuana, and cocaine with the intent to distribute. So basically selling. It says he's also named in the courts for theft by receiving stolen property. Good grief. This thing goes deep, guys. This is crazy. So once it is, Gunna was also named in counts for theft by receiving stolen property. And the state is attempting to tie him to the Young Life Street gang by listing evidence of him wearing YSL chains. And this is what I'm talking about. This guilty by association stuff, right? So they said they're trying to tie him to the Young Slime Life Street gang. So even though they're using they were using them as a prop, allegedly. This is what the DA is saying. Since the other guy, whose name is Gunna, since he was wearing these chains and things of that nature, guilty by association, they're trying to link him to this, guys. And this even gets worse. And this is what I don't get about social media and the whole vanity of people wanting to be seen and wanting to look like they're always happy and everything's going great and I'm so perfect, which is just fake and a lie in itself. But these people do these crimes and then they go on social media and they show what they did. The ignorance and vanity of it all just doesn't make sense. So they're saying that him wearing these YSL chains and sharing content such as photos and videos on social media that promoted YSL is the reason why they're going to indict him. It says he has not been arrested though at the time, and this was when this was yesterday. I mean, but it says Fulton County Sheriff Patrick LeBut says arrangements are being made for him to be detained. So they're going to arrest him. I know they've arrested young Jay already. It says, what does the district attorney say about Thomas Jr. deletion? So this is one of the key things and reasons why they're pulling all this together, because of what happened. And if you didn't know, I'm going to explain this. This is Donovan Thompson Jr. deletion, which has to do with the young issue and what's going on. Hey BTB, hopefully you're having a great day. We're talking about your city, your town, buddy. We're talking about Atlanta with all this. So I know you probably know what's going on with this, but we're going to break this down for everybody else. So once again, if you guys are just coming in, we're talking about these RICO charges, what they mean, the connection to Young Thug, YSL, music collaboration, alleged gang. The DA is charging them for these crimes. Like 10 years, this is a whole big case that they've built together. And we're just kind of breaking that down. I'm explaining what the RICO charge is to you. If you don't know, I do have the MS, is the Masters in Criminal Justice. I have background in all this stuff, so I'm kind of breaking that down to you guys so you can kind of see what's going on with that. So basically it says, who is Donovan Thomas Jr.? What is the connection, right? Let me see. All right, so, oh, really, BTB? BTB says he went to school with Gunna. And it's really crazy. Which school? Oh, let me see. BTB said, did you go to middle school, BTB? Where you was doing the fighting days, or was it high school? Which one? Yeah, it's crazy because people don't understand how real it is to be guilty by association. Just because if you're hanging with somebody and you're thinking, oh, yeah, I know I'm not part of it, I know I didn't have anything to do with it. People don't realize, especially when you're dealing with criminal law and you're dealing with being able to match a video and picture to you with somebody at that same time in that same vicinity, how you are associated with them, right? And you can crimes being associated to people, guys. If they can prove that, yes. So it says, so who is Donovan Thomas Jr., right? So it says in January 2015, 26-year-old Donovan Thomas, his name is Big Nut, that's his nickname. He was a YFN affiliate who YFN Lucci named in his 2017 Long Live Nut project after. He was deleted outside of a barbershop in Atlanta, right? So YFN is different, all you that don't know who these people are, than YSL. YSL is Young Gunna and Thug, which is Jeffrey. This is their group, Young Slime. What is it called? Young Slime. Y'all know what it is. YSL. So YFN is something different, guys, okay? Now it says, Young Thug is accused of renting the car. I told you guys this earlier. Renting the car that was used in the murder, right? Oops, sorry, deletion. In press conference, the DA, she claimed that Thomas Jr.'s passing marked the beginning of the violence that Atlanta has never seen before. And basically, this is what prompted them to start this this whole case. And then she said she noted the situation is personal to her, and she's made a promise directly to Thomas Jr.'s mother after his passing. It was a commitment that I made the first day I walked into the office. She said after becoming a DA, she said she promised Donovan Thomas Jr.'s mother that she would have her son was they would find the person that committed the crime on her son. And she said, yes, it's a proud day for me, which was Monday, because this came out on Tuesday. Monday is when she said she found out what happened, right? All right, let's keep going. So, once again, let me break down the RICO chart if you guys don't know what it is. The RICO Act has been around since the 1970s, and it's been used to combat organized crime in the United States. Essentially, it was a way for law enforcement to bring charges against gangs and other criminal act organizations, right? And then it says another recent high-profile RICO case involved Tekashi 6ix9ine and the 9 Trey gangster people, right? It says the RICO charge against YSL is listed as one count in the indictment and is broken into three parts: conspiracy, the enterprise, and the acts of furtherance of the conspiracy, right? So it's broken into three parts. Let me see if I can get it. Okay, I'm gonna get this one up for you guys so we can see if I get this video for you guys. So once again, while you're waiting to do this up, make sure you hit and you are sharing. Let me get this up. See if we can get this. The DA. Chrome tab. Fox 5. And I believe this is out of Atlanta. Fox 5 is. All right, let's see. Okay, so high school. All right, BTB. He said he went to Langston Hughes High School. And I believe, I don't know if it's Gunna or not. Isn't like he's starting to, or chart topping or something about his album? I don't know. I think I read it a couple months back. That his music is like charting the tops or whatever. I said charting the tops. Topping the charts. All right, so let's see what we can get up on here. Let's get our little here we go. All right, let's see if this video will come up so you guys can see kind of what's going on. Okay, let's see, you guys can hear it. All right.
It's our top.
There we go. Here we go.
Jeffery Williams. The center of a gang. Decade.
Tonight.
Let me start this back. Come on. All right, guys, let's see. Start back farther and let it play.
Free will. His center enough for
At the live.
Okay. Yeah, they're taking
Allegations.
I don't know what's going on with. Let's see if we can get the. If we can get the DA to play. See if we can get that one to play. So once again, guys, if you didn't know what that RICO charge was, that RICO charge is a crime for any person through a pattern of racketeering activity to acquire or maintain any interest or control of any type of property or business under the Georgia RICO law. So let's see if this is up yet. The video keeps.
Rapper Young.
Okay.
Whose real name is.
All right, so this is Fox 5 News.
Arrested Monday. Indictment.
Okay, we don't got time for that. That's taking too long. Okay, so let's see in here. This is Fox 5 News, guys. Once again, if you're just getting hit the like button, we're breaking down this RICO Act, the charges with Young Thug and his conglomerate, what the DA is alleging, the indictment, and really kind of what that looks like with this. Oopsie. There. Sorry, guys. Let me turn the volume off. And really with society, what that's going to look like as far as arch, why they connect to this, why this whole societal vanity thing going on social media, going on the different sites showing what you've done. And basically this has been a 10-year case, if you didn't know, guys. This is a case that the police department have been building 10 years. The DA Willis, she says that was her biggest thing to combat this crime in Atlanta. That was her job when she came in. She wanted to focus on that. Let's see if we can
live.
I'll just the page, that might be it. Refresh. All right, guys. So let's see. Doja says, I'm going to say is this: the feds have a 98% conviction. The feds only shoot when they know they're going to score. Oh, definitely. And I'm trying to get people to understand, and it's annoying because people think like just because you do a crime you're going to get away with something, and it's so not true. Especially if you have the background in criminal justice or you understand how the cases works, and or you've worked in criminal justice, or you've gone to school and studied it. Nobody's going to build a case on one thing. They bring up many things. They get a lot of evidence. You have to be on over the preponderance of evidence to prove anything anyways. So it's super, super important and imperative that you teach your kids and they understand are not going to get away with things. Especially in a sense that they're building a case. It's not just once again, it's not just you did it once, I'm going to get away with it, right? They're going to watch you because and you guys know this. Most of the people, when they do something, especially if they get away with it, they get real bold and they do it again and they keep doing it, right? So yeah, I would have to concur with that, Dojo. I definitely would have to concur with that because again, RICO charges are serious. Number one, they're super serious, right? And number two, once again, when the feds get involved, right, they'll as long as they need to build it, because they know you're going to be ignorant and you're going to keep going whatever you're doing, getting away with it. So they don't mind it because we're going to keep doing things to build up their case, right, over the habits. Hey, what's up? Hopefully you're having a great day today. Guys, make sure that you guys are hitting the like button and sharing. Thank you so much for that. And let's get back into this. Let's see. All right. That are just can understand what's going on. Top charges, what RICO means, comes from, who's getting charged, why getting charged, and then once again, I'm educating you on what all this stuff. And we want to break down and analyze what this looks like in society. How these types of believers, people taking down on this publicly, the people being on social media and everything they do. Once again, they should be doing the crimes they're doing, but yet and still it's this whole idea of people to show everything, and it's vanity of it all is just kind of sickening to me. This down first into it. Once again, it says talked about what the RICO states. It goes back to the 70s, and it talks and it was basically to hit the organized crimes in the United States, specifically the mafia, right? And so it's a way for the law enforcement to bring charges against gangs and other criminal organizations. All right, so that's the whole premise of RICO. It's to bring the organizations down, gangs, and then any other criminal affiliate, right? And another big RICO case that a lot of you might know about is Tekashi 6ix9ine, and then with the non-trade gangster stuff, right? All right. So, and then if you didn't know, the RICO charge with the Slim Thugs group is basically it's broken down into three parts, right? It's a conspiracy, it's an enterprise, and then it's the acts of the furtherance of conspiracy, right? Let's see. Dojo says the RICO charge is the worst to catch next to something involving, yeah, serious. And that's why I want to talk about it, because I don't think most people understand, especially when you're dealing with these affiliations and you don't really realize what's going on, especially even the youth. They get enamored with these rappers and these artists and what they have and how they got it. And then even them knowing they're not affiliated with any gang, but they just want to be part of something, so they'll say it. You know, they could be walking around with one of these chains or something. They don't have anything to do with gang affiliation or even Young Thug or anything, but you guys know what it is, especially youth. And even if you can be honest, growing up, you wanted to be connected to something. You wanted to be affiliated with something. Ergo, you know, you would maybe throw up the gang signs, or, you know, do things or show things that, you know you shouldn't be doing, but you did it, right? Once again, if you guys are coming in, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Let's see. Wallace says, I'm planning on doing a wealth reaction to the downside, to this down the line. Yeah, I mean, all this, to me, this is really kind of messing up and breaking down Young Thug's generational wealth for his family. Because from what I was reading, going back to a year ago, I know Young Thug's biggest thing was to buy properties for his family. I believe all his, I think his mother, his brothers and sisters, even his children, I think they all have houses. And I know that was a big thing he talked about. And so the simple fact of all this, you know, essentially getting these houses and things is connected to these alleged crime charges, good grief, man. Because once again, the fact that he, you know, set his children up to win by having a house, a place to live already of their own, it's just crazy. All right, so let's break this down. Let's see. Let me see if this play now, guys. I refreshed it. We'll see. Thing is acting nutty. I definitely want to bring in the DA to see if it will come up. Let's see how this acts. All right. Well, we already broke down the RICO charges. Let's see if it's popping up. Oh. All right, so let me break
rapper
down.
Young Thug will appear in court this morning. The rapper, whose real name is Jeffery, 50.
Yep, that channel's still glitching. So let me just kind of read through what's going on with that guy. This right here, he is the DA. So that's DA Will right there. And she, remember earlier, guys, I was talking about, she said she made a promise to Donovan Thomas Jr.'s mother, and allegedly this was the person that got deleted. And Young Thug is this thing is so weird. Okay, the commercials will pop up, but when you're trying to play the video, nothing's coming up. Nobody wants to hear about this advertisement right here. Let's see. Okay, let's see if it continue to play. No, that's acting funny. Okay, so here we go. All right, so basically, look at what people are saying about this. What I've seen yet. Here, I'll bring this up. All right, so let's break this down. All right, so it says part one. So remember, I told you guys it's broken into 3 parts. If you didn't know, it's the conspiracy, it's the furtherance of the conspiracy. Right down the criminal justice side. All right. Once again, make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you're sharing. All right. So in part 1, the conspiracy, the indictment claims that associates are listed. Associates that were they're part of known as is Young Slime Life, if you did. And here, let me bring this up. There we go. And it says the objectives of the conspiracy are to get money, to get weapons, property, also obtaining the law enforcement and the court proceedings information through witness intimidation. That's another big thing. They're intimidating, and these people are not coming forward. One, two, guys. And then it said preserving the reputation and power of the enterprise. So basically, this is saying that. Hold on. That will do anything, because it says to preserve, protect, and enhance the reputation and power of the enterprise. They will do anything to what they have going, right? Power and preserve, that's what that means, the enterprise. All right. This, all right. So that's part one of the conspiracy, right? Part two says a RICO charge. The enterprise is brought in great detail. And most enterprises are, guys. I mean, to enterprise, you walking down and it's got to run like a well-oiled truck. So we kind of know that. So let's break down. That's part two of the RICO charge. Enterprise is broken down in great detail. Right, so basically, in the records, Young Slime Life, which is YSL. I keep saying that. Young, sorry guys. I'm young thug. I'm just gonna call him Jeffrey. I don't want to say his name wrong. Jeffrey, right? When I say Jeffrey, I'm talking about Young. I'm sorry if you heard me saying Slim Thug. I mean that as Young Thug, right? So you know what I'm doing, guys? I'm getting Young Slime Life commiserated with Young Thug. So that's why I'm saying Slim, because I'm looking at Slime and I'm thinking Slim in my head, and I'm Young Thug and Thugger, and you get it, right? You guys see what I'm doing, right? All right, so here. So part two of the RICO charge, enterprise is broken down. So basically in the records, guys, it says that this street gang was founded by Young Thug, DK, who's Walter Murphy, and named Tick, which is Trontavious Stephens, in late 2012. Now BTB, do you know any of them people I said, since you know Gunna? Here's some people: Walter Murphy, Trontavious Stephens, and you know Jeffrey BTB? Young Thug. So it says YSL claims affiliation with the National Bloods gang and associates and allegedly identifies the colors and clothing, right? So that's a part two of the RICO charge. Part one is a conspiracy, which they will do anything to keep it preserved, keep guys going, keep the money going, keep everything going. Part two is broken down into great detail. That's part two of it, right? Part three, it says it includes a detailed list of 182 conspiracy charges that occurred between 2012. Like I told you, we went back to 2020. Started the first charge in 2013. I think that was the passing of Donovan Thomas, allegedly. And then it says Young Thug and Gunna are named several times throughout this list. So there's 182 conspiracy charges. 182. Let's see. Now, what is Thug's team saying, right? The people that on his defense team. They said in the same to the news, Young Thug's attorney, Brian Steele, says the response to the is Mr. Woods committed no crime, and we will fight to my last drop of blood to clear him. Good grief. Or drop of money, because you're getting paid. So, and it says, could they be facing jail time? Gunna, Thug, and the others, right? And it says that DA, she said that the people indicted in this case will be facing life imprisonment. He said it again. She said that the DA for Ms. Fannie Willis, she said, and I quote, there are definitely many people that are looking for this indictment. Right? She said, and I quote, she says, these are serious times. Let me get this up. Acting up, stream. These are serious. They are serious allegations, and it is my opinion that violence in our community deserves maximum penalties. Acting up, stream. Yeah. I mean, especially guys, if they've got the proof of this going over 10 years, you know some people going down. I don't care that she said she don't variety, she don't care what they did. These people are looking at life imprisonment if you didn't know. Life, guys, right? And once again, and I keep saying this, it behooves me how ignorant some people could be. The vanity of getting on, even though they say this is art, getting on, making rap songs, saying what to do to other people, alleging all those things, in your songs and things of that nature. Guess what? One of the main things that they're going to use against him. So let's break that down. It says the rap lyrics and music videos from Young Thug, Gunna, and other artists appear throughout Part 3 of the indictment. So once again, this stuff is against them. Everything they did is coming up against them. This is all on them because the rap lyrics of these guys and the music videos, they're gonna use them in the indictment for Part 3. And if you know what I tell you, Part 3 was Part 3. There's 3 parts in indicted for conspiracy. They're getting indicted for enterprise in the RICO Act, and they're also getting indicted for the acts of furtherance of the conspiracy. Right. So she is the Part 3 and 1. It includes a detailed list of 182 conspiracy charges that occurred between January 2012 and April 2020. Thug and Gunna are each named in several of these the list. Right? So let's break down these rap lyrics and this music, which is the reason why this indictment can be cleared, right? It says rap lyrics and music videos and Thug and Gunna appear in Part 3. During the May 10 press conference, D.A. Willis spoke on the use of rap lyrics and social media. It just never fails with these people, man. This whole lifestyle of you want everybody to you have, you want everybody to be feel jealous of what you have. You want to showboat it. That all comes snowballing down. It always does. It always does. And I don't even understand the mindset of somebody. You'll never know what I have. Why would you even want to tell people what you have? That's ignorant to me. Number one, I need to showboat nothing to feel good. But then number two, why would I want to showboat it? Because there's millions of people that don't have. So walking around like a billboard, posting everything you have, and then you do it so much, you want other people to feel bad about it. You think they're not going to try to do something at you? What? Let's see. While they die here, they dry snitch on themselves. Another one. Well, listen. That's what I'm saying. It's like, and once again, guys, you need to, and it's, I gotta tell adults this too. What you guys are putting on social media, what you're posting when you're in your fit of rage and you're angry and you're mad, whatever, somebody got on your nerves, your loved one, your spouse, your girlfriend, your husband, another YouTuber. You want to just say whatever you want. Guys, that stuff is admissible in court. You put anything on a public like that, it's admissible, right? That means they can use it against you, especially if you are doing anything to hurt, disregard, make somebody feel like their life is in danger, anything, right? That's what the DA said, right? Social media is a wonderful tool for prosecutors in every indictment we bring nowadays. And people still get on there. The idiocracy of it all. I don't guess what? You're going to keep coming down from your own dry snitching on yourself, like Wally said, right? So it's a for prosecutors in every indictment we bring nowadays. Speaking on rap lyrics specifically, that I believe in the first amendment, however, does not protect prosecutors who are using it as evidence if it is such. So it says, as an example of the lyrics we're citing, it says on April 20th, 2014, Thug released a song called Ew. Several lyrics from that song are named in the indictment. Well, looky here. Good grief. All right. Let's see what that says. Here, let me get in that corner. There we go. All right. So it says lyrics include red just like Elmo, but I never giggle. YSL won't fold. Pick his A off the balcony. YSL wipe the N-word nose. I F the cash when she get R by tick. They just telling on themselves. Oh my goodness. And even if you don't know how to read these bikes or break this down and decipher what this is, it just takes a little dog inferencing and using hypothesis to figure out what they're saying here. And this is ridiculous. This is literally ridiculous, guys. Good grief, they're talking about being sniped and everything. It says the indictment lists the lyrics as an overt act of furtherance of conspiracy. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Good grief, right? This is so they were talking on Twitter. This guy named Lewis, he says, FYI, I've obtained the full 88-page indictment involving Young Thug, Gunna, and YSL for anyone to read. It says Jeffery Williams, he released on social media caption, I never deleted anybody, but I got some of them to blast off rounds on them. That's a good edited way to say that. But and diamonds. Okay. Here, before I forget, guys, I will put the link if you guys wanted to come up and talk about this. Before I finish the article. All right, so it says music videos are also in the indictment. It says several videos from Thug, Gunna, and YSL are used, and it focuses on the artist flashing alleged gang signs and jury that boasted why, right? It says an example of the social media post used by the state is a photo of the defendant named Miles Farley, who is wearing clothing that says slime and is you slime enough. The indictment describes this as an overt act of furtherance of conspiracy. All right. Okay, so another question is, does his group have anything to do with the record label or the brand, right? So it says the YSL is not associated with the high fashion brand YSL Yves Saint Laurent. So hopefully you guys didn't get that mixed up. So that if you don't know, there's another brand, very high end designer brand called YSL, which is Yves Saint Laurent, right? But that has nothing to do with YSL. So hopefully people aren't getting that mixed. I think people will probably know and think about that, right? So it's like the same acronym. It is important to note that Thug's label, Young Stoner Life Records, is not also YSL. Okay, so that's another thing. So his record label is not the same as the YSL name. Because it was Slime. Something. His group is called Slime Life, right? Young Slime Life. And then his record label is called Young Stoner Life, if you didn't know the difference. It says Young Stoner Life is an imprint of 300 Entertainment, right? And then it says after the same, but the confusion. So I keep the confusion. They would definitely have to break this down in the court case, right? And that's all right. Once again, guys, Young YSL, Young Stoner Life, is the name of record label, which is under 300 Entertainment. YSL is the name he calls of the group or the alleged gang that the DA is calling their Young Slime Life. And then Yves Saint Laurent. I know you guys know that. That's another YSL, but that's high-end clothing, right? So hopefully I broke that down for you guys, right? So another thing people are connecting this to is this related to all this crime going on in Atlanta? And if you guys didn't know, Young Thug's it says the mother of Thug's son. So is there a connection with all this? People are wondering, right? So it says there's been speculation that this has, if this indictment has anything to do with her murder, and her name was Lakevia Jackson, Young Thug's son's mother, right? She was 31 and she was the deleted out of a bowling alley. So sad, really, all this crime is going on, guys. Just unreasonable. It's just for no reason. It's on just because people just have nothing else to do. And it says there's been a number of violent incidents that have occurred in Atlanta this year. And then it says 2020 a man was found deleted in a car in an underpass, and they think this has directly to do with Jackson's death, with his young thug's son's mother. It's crazy, guys. Connection. You guys remember when Lil Wayne and they were shooting up bus? Remember that connection? So people were saying that was Young Thug back in the day. If you don't remember, they said that Thug had something to do with that, right? So let's see what they're speculating about that connection. It says whose real name is Jimmy Winford was named in the indictment for aggravated assault related to the infamous shooting with Lil Wayne 2015. Let me know in the chat if you remember that. Put one if you remember that, the 2015 tour bus shoot up. What happened with Lil Wayne? And they said a high profile case in which Young Thug and Birdman. Oh, I remember that. Wasn't he trying to get out the label or something back then, guys? Young Thug and Birdman shooting at that time, and it was listed as a co-conspirator. So basically, remember, guys, Young Thug just got kind of started. He was connected with Birdman, and I believe Wayne was trying to get a contract. I said that wrong. I thought he was trying to get out. I believe Wayne was trying to get out the contract at that time, and he was having issues with Birdman, and I guess their affiliations and everybody. It's just so, mind your business, people. All this stuff is going on because somebody's trying to do something for somebody else, and it's a hot mess. So this indictment, this may be one of the charges that is part of Young Thug's indictment, because this goes back to them trying to do to Lil Wayne. Okay, cool. You guys are saying, Mickey Red says, I remember a little bit. Wally's saying, I remember a little. Okay, cool. So let's see, right? So it says the original co-conspirator was Young Thug and Birdman against Wayne, remember? All right. And it says Thug and Birdman were charged with it, but it says Pee Wee Rascal, he was here. So this other person, he's named Jimmy Rim. He was sentenced to 10 years, right? So he was released on 2020, they said. Now they said, now let's talk about this, guys. What this looks like as far as this being important and how we're rap. And this is what I see. I really believe, looking at the criminal side, break down kind of like the mindset, the psychology of it. I really believe that there are so many other people that are about to go down, and because of what the veracity of what's said in these music lyrics. And people will say, guys, oh, it's just entertainment, it's just artistry. I'm just doing my artist vision. I don't have to walk it and talk the same. But it's really crazy because whatever you put there and say, guys, it's going to come back. And I don't think people realize that. I don't think children, young adults realize that, and I think adults realize that. It doesn't matter really what you say. It's really kind of what the consequence to what you said. And if they can prove that, especially above the preponderance of evidence, ergo this indictment is going down. I think there's going to be so many more artists and rappers going down for being affiliated and associated with things, because number one, they do and say much on social media because it's like a missing thing that they have. It's like they want to be known, seen, and revered. And so the most lascivious, ignorantest things are crimes, you get on there and you talk about, and because you think that nothing's going to happen to you. And so I think this is going to be a snowball effect. This is just my perspective of it. I think you guys tell me what you think. Do you guys think there's going to be more indictments in the rap world from these artists because of this case with this RICO charge with Thug and Gunna? And then there's 8 other artists in there, guys. 28. Let me see if I can get it for you guys. Let me see. I'm gonna try to see if I can get this up. Once again, if you guys are just getting in, the like button is at the screen now.
Jeffery Williams is indicted.
Yep, it's still acting up. But I had another one up though, guys. Video up for you guys. Give me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. I think I had it. Let me try to get this up for you guys. Let's see. Wally said, "Yeah, that makes sense if you are a non-criminal. Yet when you are, you need to shut it up." I mean, and this is my thing with it. It's like everybody still. It's like the whole facade of it all. Ooh, I want to say that I was in the streets, that I was in jail. And if you talk to a lot of people that went to jail, they will tell you, no, that's stupid. I don't want to go back to jail, and I'm not going to glorify it. Most people say that. They're not glorifying it, nor would they need to go there. So, you know, the simple fact that you still got people glorifying is just really sickening when you think about it. Here, let me get this up to you guys. The prosecutor. Hold on, let me see if I get the clip of the prosecutor up. Stop sharing. Once again, guys, make sure you hit the ring. If it's up, I'll make sure you guys go ahead and do that. Subscribe for good content, interesting views and breakdown of different topics, things going on in the news, things that are just needed as far as health, family, all topics, guys. We'll break it down and see if we can get an understanding. Even the criminal justice side of things and psychology, I like to use my background and what I've learned in my profession and just kind of break it down in these different topics. So here we go. All right, so this is Rolling Stone. It's saying prosecutors want to use Young Thug's lyrics against him. So we kind of broke it down, but I do want to talk about the specificness of the lyrics, the connection with that, and even that nowadays people think you can say and do something, there is no consequence. It's really, really comes back to bite you. I had nothing to do with it. And I believe the couple things that I've seen back in a couple months back with Tekashi 6ix9ine when he was oh, I didn't have anything. Even a lot of the other alleged, when the conspiracy come and when they get these court cases, they're saying, oh, it was fake money. I didn't have it. And it's just like, well, a little bit too late now. Let's see. While it says that's why you have to fight that in law by locking the artists for using music. But the tough thing about it with the music, because it is free speech, but yet and still, if your music can elicit, they can connect it back to a crime being caused, or they can use showing a pattern of conspiracy, or just like I told you with the prosecution, the 3 indictment charges that they're using, if they can prove that above the preponderance of evidence with the law, I mean, guys. So it's like, you know, you have to really think about if you're gonna walk it like you talk it. And prosecutors want to use Young Thug's lyrics. The RICO charge, I talked about that briefly. Let's break that down. It says federal prosecutors appear to be ready to paint Young Thug as a key figure in the sprawling criminal operation. And if my memory guys, Young Thug, I could have swore he was like a really good kid in school, and he was really smart. And it's always like weird how that twists, you know what I'm saying? It's always so weird. And it says it says the rapper Jeffery Williams was named 28 members of an associates of the alleged Young Slime Life street gang. Okay, so I think this would have been the confusion too if anybody doesn't know was reading this. So Young Slime Life is a gang, allegedly, that the DA saying. Young, what was the other word? The record label. I already forgot the name of the record, guys, but it's the same thing, YSL. Then it says 56 count grand jury indictment. And it says they say Jeffrey, which is Thug, he was in possession of stolen weapons, possessed and intent to distribute methamphetamine, hydrocodone, and marijuana. Let's see. And then he said, this is Young Thug's lawyer. This is what he said. There's another quote on what he said. It says, okay, his lawyer says, Brian Steele, lawyer for Williams, has committed no other law whatsoever. We will fight this case ethically, legally, and zealously. Mr. Be cleared. Okay, so that's what his lawyer says. His lawyer says they're going to fight zealously, and he will be cleared. He said. It says in total, the lyrics from 9 songs were listed in the indictment. So see, Wally, they got it here. Now, once again, the prosecution they got to come on strong with that, because once again, they have the songs that are alleging to these different acts of crimes, and they got 9 different songs. The main song, they said, the earliest being 2014's "You," right? Other song they got collaborating. The most recent song that they got in the indictment, which is, I believe this just came out, is Gunna and Thug Ski. Sky. I'm sorry, Ski. Or Sky, maybe Sky. I don't know. And it says other lyrics from the indictment come from Young Thug's 2018 collaboration with Nicki Minaj. Anybody. And another song is Just How It Is from 28 and 22's Take It to Trial. Alright, it says in each instance, prosecutor alleged that Jeffrey, aka Thug, his lyrics constituted an overt act of furtherance of conspiracy. And I told you guys, I explained furtherance of conspiracy was. So let me break it back down for those of y'all that was find that. So, furtherance of conspiracy. How you guys, how parts was it to the RICO? Let's see who's listening. We're gonna have class here. Who remembers how many RICO acts further of to the, because we gotta learn here, guys. I want you to get something. These are conversations you guys can be having with your children, your young adults, your teenagers, because you know they know about this. And once again, I always tell you guys, conversations we have are very kind of the culture, trendy things that are going on. A lot of our conversations, and they are conversations you can have with the youth, your children, your teenagers. So this will be something very good to with them and let them know. Listen, you know me, you're doing all these things. These things never go away. And they could be in this court. I tell you this all the time. Don't just because you did something and it was a year ago that it cannot. Court. You say you want to hurt somebody, you going to talk somebody, you want to bully them online, you going to call to court and they pull all that stuff, right? Let's see. She says, let's see. Hey, yo, B, what it do? Man, I'm trying to cut, princess. I'm trying to break this down with my criminal justice background in psychology. I'm just trying to break this down so you guys can understand what's going on with this RICO case, and this is a serious charge, and what's going on, especially specifically with Young Thug, and just so you guys get some understanding about what's going on with it. So yep, that's what we're doing right now. Hopefully you having a great day, your family. It says what's next. Young Thug was initially scheduled to appear in a magistrate court yesterday at 11:30 a.m., which is Tuesday, according to Fulton County Sheriff spokesman. But it says due to the severity of this indictment, hold on a second. It says due to the severity of this indictment, however, Fulton County officials say will appear before a superior court judge. Ay, Dios mío. It says Young Thug will remain in custody for the time being and time confirmed. Oh, I will, Princess. Yeah, guys. So once again, let's see who's listening. Do you guys know how many charges that in a RICO Act? With how many parts? I'm sorry. How many parts? How many parts to the RICO Act? There's 3 parts, and this is the kind of he's getting for why he's getting to his music. I'm trying to get something here right now. Let me bring this up. All right, let me get this for you guys. Listen. All right, there we go. Good. All right. Okay, cool. We got that up. Let's. All right. So once again, guys, let me refresh screen a second. Go over this. And once again, the link was dropped. Once I finish this part, if you guys want to break it down, let me know. Or we're gonna let me get to this page again. All right, let me get this up for you. There's 3 parts to it, guys. Here we go. Let's get this to play and then finish this on up. All right. So once again, there's 3 parts to the RICO charge in the state of Georgia. First part, it says conspiracy. Second part is the enterprise, and the third part is the conspiracy of charges. Right. So those are the. And basically, the first part is the conspiracy, and this is basically saying that Young Slime Life, which is Young Thug's record label, right? It's part of the enterprise for the indictment. And then the second part of the RICO charge is the enterprise. It says that they're broken down into great detail, and they talk about Young Thug, a guy named DK, Tick, and these guys are going back to 2012. And they're affiliated with gangs. And then the third part of the indictment is 182 conspiracy charges. So let's see if we can get this one up, and then that will be the whole breakdown of this. Pretty good breakdown. All right, let's see. All right, let me see if I can get this up for you guys. If not, we broke this down. So guys, in a nutshell, we talked about the RICO charge for Slim Thug. I broke it down, educated you guys on what it meant, what the RICO charge is basically what a RICO charge is, period. We talked about that and who's being indictment. It being indictment, which is 28 people, plus Thug, Young Thug. We talked about what he's accused of, what Gunna is accused of. We talked about, does this connect back to that Donovan Thomas, which Thug did with because they said he rented the car, it was in his name. We talked about what the RICO charge is. We talked about what Thug 15 was saying. You guys time, and the DA said she is looking for everybody named to get life sentence, guys. We broke down the difference between if this music can add on to the charges, and it can. And kind of broke down, and I told you guys this is gonna be bigger charges there's more things going on with I don't know if you guys can hear it. Let me see if I can get the screen back up. Yeah, I was trying to get that up for you guys. But yeah, so that's a breakdown of it. So hopefully I answered all your questions. Hopefully you guys can be able to take something from this, have a conversation with your family, even friends about this, because once again, this is going to show, like I said, guys, especially moving forward, the whole vanity of the social media era, and how people would just get on here and say and do what they want and think there's no repercussions from it. If I have any updates, I'll let you guys know on that. If there's anything else you guys would like to talk about as far as anything, let me know. Make sure you contact me. But this is something you guys want to talk about, so I tried to break it down the best way I could in my capacity with my background in criminal justice and just understanding what this is. I broke down the charge to you, what this really is going to look like. And once again, hopefully you guys, you got educated on this, a little entertained, but more so, I wanted you guys to have the background knowledge of what this is. If you have not hit the thumbs up, hit it. Make sure you are sharing it. And once again, guys, another conversation with the Finesse family. And thank you guys for being here. And I really appreciate you guys. Have a great day. Adios. Au revoir. See you later, brothers.